Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is August 20th, 2021, and here is the next update to the pepper series. So today I'm going to show you a bunch of non-super hots that are just doing so well. I've been getting lots and lots of pods for them. The super hots, not so much, but I'll show you them anyway. So we'll start with the extra plants that I started pretty late, but I think they're doing okay. Here, these are Lingrias, very small plant. I started it in a cup and then I brought it out here and it's starting to produce. So it remains small. You see there's the rockwool cube, because I grew it in hydroponic in the mini systems, and you can take it out and put it in your garden if you want to, and there's the result of that. This one, I think it might be a volunteer. These are all small plants. And here is my Super Pequins. Not doing too great. Looking really healthy. I just started to fertilize in the last update, so the plants are just doing much better. See, green leaves growing and looking very healthy. So they may produce flowers very soon. We're towards the end of August, so the season's gonna end very soon. But we're in Texas, so we have probably till November. We'll have to see. Okay, and here is an extra plant. I think this is the red Linzo, and you see there it's in a spot where it's competing for resources with other plants, and so it's doing okay, but not that great. Getting lots of pods here. These are great to dry and use as powder, guys. They're very spicy, but has great flavor. And here is the experimental raised bed. So I just started to fertilize. I didn't fertilize this bed for a long time, so the plants just never grow. And once I started to fertilize, look at these guys. They just started to take off. So I should have done it a long time ago, but I just wanted to test it out and see what happens if I don't fertilize. But anyway, it's doing much better now. Look at the leaves on these things. They're nice and healthy. So I'm doing weekly fertilizing now that I have more time. And you can see these are just taking off and just growing. So if you have plants in the garden that don't seem to be growing, there's some problem with either the soil, the amount of water, or just lack of nutrients in the soil. And for this bed, it was for sure lack of nutrients. There's just nothing in here. And so I started to fertilize. If you go back to the last video, that's the same fertilizer I've been using. So I'm doing it kind of like weekly. And yeah, the result is just amazing. Look at these. But I don't think they're going to make it to the end of the season to produce pods and everything. You see, my radishes are all over the place. So if you grow radishes next to your peppers, it's a good thing, because the aphids love radishes, so they go right to the radishes first. But another problem is the radishes grow very fast, especially if you grow like the Asian radish, like the daikons, like these here. The leaves get massive, and then they will cover the pepper plant, you see. So I have to pick the leaves to eat them, and also to kind of move them out of the way, because they grow very fast and they will take over the peppers in very little time. Same as over here, you see the radishes are in the middle and they grow like crazy, so they're going to spread the leaves out, cover the peppers. And so if you do grow radishes to control aphids, not control it, but to attract them from the peppers, then make sure you kind of like maintain them and pull the leaves out if they need to be pulled, or else they will just get enormous, you see. And then when they grow the pods they even grow much bigger, and then they'll just cover the peppers. And this is a StarrScream Cros here. These are great, guys. They produce in clusters. They're very productive, very hot, and again, they're great to eat as raw peppers when they're like this stage right here. If you wait till they're red, they're a little bit sweeter and softer. So I only use the red ones for powder and cooking. They have great flavor and they produce like crazy. These are the white ties. And my Brazilian starfish has a few pods on here. One of my favorite variety. There it is right here. You see the radish is just all over the place. So there's more white ties over there. And that is my Lingria. These things grow very nice. They can stand really hot temperatures and produce so much. They're just crazy producers. And I harvest so many and they keep coming back. And they're really easy to tend to, and you're gonna get a lot of pods. They're very pretty too. And here is my California Reaper, looking terrible because this year I have been so busy. I just don't tend to these guys as much as I should. So for the first few months I just left them and didn't fertilize, didn't do anything. And once I started to fertilize, man, these guys are just so happy that I did. So they're much better now. So I should get pods on these very soon. You see their flowers already. And those are Jay's Peach Goes crossed with a Primo. These two are gonna be really cool if I do get pods for them. Okay, and here is the QueeNhi. Look how beautiful this is. Very compact and small, but they're wide and all of those colors. So they're great as ornamental, but they also taste good. The thing with these is they're still very early in the stages. So sometimes they'll turn sweet and sometimes they'll turn hot. So this one here has no heat at all. And then I grew another one somewhere else and it's crazy hot. So sometimes you get a sweet one, sometimes you get a hot one. But this one here has only flavor, very nice flavor. Let me try it right now and see. So usually these can be very hot. Let me try it. Very nice tropical flavor. Absolutely no heat. I bet these are super healthy for you because you can eat a bunch of them. Has some good vitamins in there. But yeah, no heat. Maybe I should do a review on this. Look how beautiful that is. Imagine growing a bunch of those on your landscape. Nice and sweet. Okay, and here, that is the Houston white tie. Got these seeds from my buddy Vince. You see how productive they are. And they you know, if you give it space, they can grow very large, because here this raised bed is very small, and I just haven't been tending to these. So you see these leaves here, the yellow leaves. I thought they were diseases in the beginning, and so I didn't know what happened. But then, you know, the leaves were turning yellow, and started to fall off in the first few months. And then I realized that I have not fed these guys, so I started feeding them, and they improved. The leaves got better. You know, a lot of the times when you see spots like this, it could mean there are diseases, but it could also mean the plant is deficient. It's not able to take up some resources to be healthy. So it starts to become deficient, and then the leaves turn yellow, it gets spots, and then it falls off. Sometimes it may look like bacterial leaf spots, but I think in this case it's not, because when I started to fertilize, it improved immediately. So then I realized it's not bacterial leaves. And then also with all of these here, they start to have the same problem. Even with this one here, you see? There's some spots there, and once I started to fertilize, the top immediately improved, and now they're producing lots and lots of pods, and it's starting to look healthy again. Same with those had the same issues, and then you see that when I started to fertilize, wow, they just improved right away. You see the bottom leaves are yellow, and then started to have spots. With this one as well, it had the same issues. And let me show you. Here we go. You see? It had these not bacterial leaves, just problems. And then when I do not constant, but on a schedule, and then it started to improve. Look how beautiful and healthy this is now. So it improved dramatically. Same with that, same with this, and even this guy here. So again, you see here, had same issues for a while, and then the leaves all started to fall. And as soon as I gave this plant a fertilizing schedule, it started to put out all of these new shoots here, and all the new shoots are all nice and healthy. And the bottom is okay. I'll let the bottom fall off, but as long as the top is fine. So if you do have the same problem, diagnose it first before you jump to conclusion and start buying treatments and all that stuff that may not even work. Okay, and here are a few plants that I have in pots. This guy came from Hydroponic. I think I made a video on this. If I can find it, I'll link you guys. But look how beautiful it looks right now. And growing nicely, producing pods, looking beautiful. This is my habanero. Look at that, it's starting to show color. This is probably the only slightly hot that I may get this month. But I love habanero. They're very productive, easy to grow, and very tasty too. I love habanero made into powder for my pizzas and spaghettis. And this beautiful plant here is the Fireblast. Our buddy from Pepper Lovers community created this variety. So I'm gonna give a little bit more details on this guy, just so he can see how the plant looks, because he has multiple variations: red, orange, and I think another color, yellow. So mine, I don't know what color is gonna be, but it does have very nice shapes. So some of them has hooks and stingers and stuff. And then a few just grow straight like the one he has. So here you go, buddy. This one looks just like the one you have. So it's all over the place right now with the pods. But I think later in the generations it may become more stable. But it is a very, very productive variety, which I really love. It grows well, and look at all those flowers. There's tons and tons of flowers. So this is gonna be a great variety to grow for being so productive. And I think it's gonna taste really good too. I forgot what it tasted like the last time he gave me a few pods. Some more habanero here. This is grown in an Amazon bag. When you order food from Amazon, they give you this bag. So I didn't want to trash it, so I use it to grow my peppers and herbs and stuff. And this is a Thai variety from Lowe's. Pretty spicy, produce well, easy to grow, will handle all kinds of heat, and doesn't matter the temperature. So it's a good variety. Not that great in tasting, but good for cooking for sure, and very productive. It grows in clusters like this. It's red, and yeah, it's gonna be the first few plants to produce in your garden if you grow them. I don't know the exact name, but I got it from Lowe's. Okay, and here is my white Thai, the Khang white Thai. And again, this whole entire bed was the same. With the leaf spots that I showed you earlier, it had the same issues: yellow leaves, leaf spots, leaves falling off. And then I put it on a schedule, and look at this. Immediately, not immediately, but like a week or so after. And then it's been a month now since I started the fertilizing schedule, and the plant is just looking beautiful. See, the bottom leaves were damaged from before. You see here? These are the bottom leaves that was suffering the issues of lack of nutrients and deficiency and all that stuff. And then now look at this. You see the top? It grows beautifully. There's just nice and green. Look at this. So then that's when I figured out that, you know, I didn't have the bacterial spots. It was just deficient. So yeah, all of these are white ties here. Finally getting a lot of pods because, you know, I put it on the schedule now. I was so lazy. Just this year has just been a bad year for peppers. So and here we have some more. What is this? This is a Jay's Peach Goes crossed with a Primo. Guys, this plant here was devastated by a hornworm. It ate the entire plant. And when I found it, the worm was huge. And then it just ate up everything. And now it came back to life, nice and full again. So it will start to produce soon. And these are the yellow flame or orange flame. Actually, it was an orange flame that turned out to be a yellow flame. So I harvested one pod off of this one. It was yellow. So hopefully it'll produce more so I can show it to you guys. Those are really beautiful pods. Extra plants right here, sitting right next to my owl. Okay, and here are some more beautiful pepper plants. These are all Lingria, or not Lingria, but Linzo crossed with something. That signs is somewhere in there. Look at these guys. This is the Lingria cross with the Linzo, so it became a chocolate. It's a chocolate Linzo cross. But look at this. You see the tops? Flowers everywhere. Lots and lots of pods, looking very healthy. And this one as well, looking very nice, very productive. This is another Lingria or Linzo cross. Look at this. So I've been harvesting lots and lots of pods off of this. This one is very, very productive. And again, the red pods are great for drying and doing powder and stuff like that. And the plant is just growing like crazy after I fertilize it. And this one here is the a variety from Spain. It's the Alegria Riojana. Yep. I did a review on this. I actually grew this guy in a baby container, and then I took it outside. It was like this little, and then over the past few months, you know, I fertilized it, and now it's a big plant with pretty nice sized pods here. Okay, and here are the ones that I have in containers. These are actually doing the best out of all of the plants because in containers easy to manage, and you can take it out of the heat and give it the right amount of water and stuff like that, and then it just grows really well. And being able to move it is a big help because if you move it out of the sun, it's not stressing as much, and that's why it's growing like this, looking better than the others. This one here is called the Cros. My buddy Chris from Norway created it. So I'll show you some pods later. This here is the Linzo cross. It needs to be watered, you see, kind of droopy. A few Lemon StarrBurst here. Some Peach StarrKist. And this is the cross that I've been waiting for. This is the white tie with the cross with the OmniColor. There's a lot of flowers, but no pods to show yet. And Brazilian Starfish. Got some pod right there. Very interesting. So white ties. These are just extra plants. And this is the Peach Pumpkin. It had aphids on it, so it's looking very terrible right now. Then I have this guy all by himself. Some white tie. Again, same issues as before, as I mentioned. No fertilize and yellow leaves, spots and stuff like that. And as soon as I gave it the fertilized schedule, see, looking beautiful, nice and green. Same with this. I think this is a Fireblast, another variety that I grew separately. So when I see pots for those, I'll show it to you guys. Then finally, there's these white tie crossed with the Lingria. Man, those things are so pretty. Lots and lots of pods, and they're just very, very productive. They taste pretty good too. I just love the way they look. So very beautiful. Can be grown as ornamental. And here are a few. This here is a chocolate Lingria crossed with a StarrScream. And this one is red StarrScream. Guys, this is also very strange. This one here has no heat this year. Last year, this thing was ridiculously hot. So let me try it. Very nice and sweet. No heat at all. Growing right next to a plant that has crazy heat. So this one here actually has a tiny hint of heat. So I'm gonna save seeds for those because I'll separate them. One is hot and one is not hot. This one here, no heat at all. Actually, very little. But tastes great. And some Lingria over there. Those are beautiful pods. And these are the ones that wow, look at these guys. I have aphids on them right now. So I have to treat this very soon. You see, you can tell because the leaves are sticky. That's the first sign. And then if you check the plant, you see there's aphids there. Usually I don't get aphids in these pots over here, but this is the only one. So I need to move it out away from everything else. And then that is a Chocolate StarrScream. Wow, look how big those plants are. The pots are really nice too. I've eaten a few already. Pretty cool looking. And that is it for this update, guys. Wow, it's a long video. I'm gonna try to put some timelines so you can see it, but again, same thing as I've done last month. Just give it on a regular fertilized schedule, and it will improve immediately. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, I almost forgot 2 more plants that I have inside the house, in the Aero Garden setup, as well as the MTN grow station. And here is my KS white tie, looking beautiful. And then that is the yellow fatale. See, there's flowers in there already. So yep, that is the 2 plants that I have in hydroponic right now.